Team, and today I'm joined by Chelle from Candidate Source. Candidate Source are one of Team's longest standing and most important service partners. And if you're a recruitment startup, one of your biggest challenges is advertising. How do you get your job adverts in front of candidates without spending an absolute fortune? So today we're going to break down those questions for you. So Chelle, first question, let's start with the big one. What are the biggest advertising challenges recruitment startups face in their first year?
I think it's probably the balance of cost against commitment. So you're starting up your own recruitment agency, you might have come from another agency and you are used to using a certain website, you might not be aware of the costs. You've then, what you're planning to do in your first month when you write your business plan and you go, we're going to do this sector and we're going to do this job type. By the end of the 12 months, you might not even be able to recognise that business plan. So team exchange with the vacancies might have affected what you're looking at doing. You might have decided that in the current market, a different marketplace might be better. You've ended up picking up vacancies you weren't expecting. So you want to pay the least that you can for your job boards, which involves commitment. The more you commit to, the cheaper it is. So you're looking at a 12-month contract, which means that you are then committing your advertising spend to your business plan, which might not be the same 6 months, 9 months, 12 months down the line. And by then your advertising budget's spent and you're stuck with vacancies that you can't actually fill.
So what you're saying is loads of recruitment agencies struggle with those costs on that first year. Let's talk about some of the solutions that you can offer for them. So how does Candidate Source help startups access job boards more efficiently? And in particular, we know that you've recently launched a pay-as-you-go model. Could you explain what that's all about?
We can. So we see recruiters going through in the first 12 months a very evolving cycle of advertising, candidate attraction. So when a recruitment agency starts and you're Mr. Smith, sat at your kitchen table, got your first vacancy on, your priority at that moment is to get candidates. It's the one thing you're short of. A lot of recruiters will be able to gather vacancies quite quickly, either because of existing relationships or through the team exchange or people that they know within the industry. Candidates are slightly harder. So we see at the beginning people wanting candidates without worrying too much about their employment brand. So as a team member, we've got something called the Job Board Express package, which is where you send us the advert, we put the advert on all of the job boards. We write the advert, so when you're sat there thinking I should be doing sales and not sitting there doing admin, we'll write the advert on all the job boards, and then one of my team will sit and filter the response. So again, one-man band, don't really want to do too much admin, don't want to wade through loads of CVs, so we'll do that bit for you, and what you're presented then as the recruiter is the candidates that fulfill either the vacancy you've given us, or you can just give us a general and we'll fill it to that. So that's what you'd start with. Every candidate you get has a tag that will say which job board it's come from. So the more you use the Express, the more you understand which job boards are delivering for you within your marketplace at that amount of time. So you've got a few candidates and you now want to start using your employment brand. So of course then your agency brand is what you want on the adverts, but which job boards are you going to buy from? So if you then go and make a commitment, you're back to what we've discussed, you've committed, it's 12 months on. So what we then have is we have a pay-as-you-go model. So once you've decided which job boards you want to use, we can set up an account with that job board, but you don't have to commit to any amount of jobs. We tell you what the price is, and you can then go on and post your jobs as you want with your brand. You write them, you filter the response, and then at the end of the month, we'll say, right, you've used this many jobs, here's your invoice. So you haven't got to commit up front to what you want to use, but you're buying at the team rate, and that is what the selling point of team is. So with team, we buy based on what everybody wants. So you might be a startup and you might only want 10 vacancies, or at the moment you might only want 1 vacancy. The price that you get isn't based on what you want, it's based on what the whole of team have bought, and that price is set for 12 months. So in your first year as a startup, you've got a package that really you don't have to worry about your advertising. And then you can move on to your own job boards with your own brand, but still not have to commit. So you are only spending what you need. Then if your market changes, you can go onto a different job board. You have the flexibility for 12 months to trial the job market and the job boards as much as you want. And then at the end of 12 months, when you're established and you've written yourself a new business plan, you can then join the team deal, which is more what you're used to, the typical 12-month contracts, but the price is based on the buying power of team. And that's the key to all of this, is the team members coming together as a community and buying their job postings together, which brings down the cost for everybody.
Which is the most important thing. And I think that was one of the key things that brought me to Team 10 years ago when I had my business, was how amazing the discounts were and how much I saved and how much more efficient it was for me. So I'm going to ask you the penultimate question now. If I'm a startup watching this video and I think this sounds too good to be true, what are the first steps that I need to take to access these kind of deals?
Ring Team. We only offer this service to team members at the prices that team get. So you need to ring Team, talk to them about everything else they offer. It isn't just job boards. Team Exchange just sits hand in hand with us, because that's where team members can exchange candidates and vacancies and work together. So you're a startup that is instantly part of a much bigger group that can support everybody. So ring Team, they'll talk you through all the benefits of Team, sign your membership, and then the next thing is you'll get somebody with a lovely Midlands accent who will talk you through what we've got available, what prices we've got. And it's not just about job board pricing. We've been doing this for 25 years and we work with hundreds of recruiters. So whatever question you've got about job boards, no matter how big, how silly, things that you think you should know, we are always on the end of the phone as a support, and that has got as much value as the cost, because it's somebody you can talk to and say that's independent. We don't work for any of the job boards, we just work with them, and we can give lots of independent advice if you're a team member.
Amazing. Well, what a fantastic summary. That's it from us. If you're a recruitment startup and you want to access these amazing discounts, save money on your advertising, reach out to Team today. We are here to help you get your business off the ground. Thanks a lot, Chelle.
Thank you.